Hi, I'm Father Joseph Mary, and welcome back to our series on brotherhood. Over the last few weeks, you've heard several of our friars reflecting on what brotherhood means to them, this theme that's so central to our way of life. We've reflected on the idea that we're friars minor, that we're lesser brothers, and that greatly influences who we are in terms of our gospel brotherhood, our interactions with one another. And that has a lot of influence, too, on the way that we minister, on the people that we meet, whether that's in parish life, whether that's in a hospital, whether that's on the streets. But ultimately, brotherhood comes down to how we live it and what we put into it. And I know for me, I didn't really experience the fullness of this brotherhood until about 5 years ago. My mom had been battling cancer for 3 years, and it was clear that the end was near, and I went home to be with her in those final days in St. Louis. It was a very, very difficult time in my life. After she passed, we had to make all of the funeral arrangements. And so my dad said, well, do you want to celebrate the funeral? And I said yes, and it was difficult, but I was able to get through it. But what moved me so much was that as I was entering the church ahead of Mass, I saw this big group of my Capuchin Franciscan brothers had come to the funeral from St. Louis, from Colorado Springs, from Denver, from Kansas. We had no house in St. Louis, and they had made this long trip. Almost 20 of them, almost over a fourth of our province, had come just to be with me during this difficult time. And I was really moved by that, and it really helped me to realize that, yeah, I have my family that I was raised in, my blood family, but I have these real brothers who really care about me and who wanted to be with me in these very difficult moments and who had made that long journey for that reason. And it really influences for me something that the Catechism says. The Catechism says that by our baptism, our unity is greater than that of our blood relations. The unity that comes to us and that we receive as a gift from our baptism unites us together as members of Christ in a deeper way than even our blood relations. So brotherhood is foundational to our way of life. And ultimately, prayer is important. The sacraments are important. But all of those things are for the purpose of how we live our life, how we treat one another. That's brotherhood. And that's ultimately what we're going to be judged by in the end, right? Jesus says, I was hungry and you gave me food. I was naked and you clothed me. I was in prison and you visited me. It's that gift of brotherhood and how we live that out in our daily lives that determines our salvation. I want to thank you for being with us during these weeks, for watching this series on brotherhood, for sharing your own stories on brotherhood. And we ask you, if you can, to support us in our brotherhood appeal. The information's in the description below. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And thanks again for watching.
Yes,